Hi, I'm Danielle Moore, and today I want to talk to you about subtraction strategies that you can use with young kids. Subtraction tends to be challenging for kids because there's something that they need to know. That is, they need to know what are all of the numbers contained within the number 5, for example. And one of the ways we can help them see all of the hidden numbers within 5 is with the use of tools. So I happen to have cubes, but you can use whatever you have handy. You can use coins, you can use beans, you can use sticks, you can use leaves, whatever it is that kids can actually touch and manipulate. So when they're using cubes or tools or of any kind, they can practice taking things apart and putting them back together. And that's something that's really important in helping them develop deep number sense. So counting those objects up to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, subtracting that 1, and then counting the remaining pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, to find our answer, is actually doing a lot to develop a deep sense of number. And that is the number one thing that kids need in order to be successful in almost all mathematics, which is number sense. They need to understand like greater than, less than, and numbers hidden inside of numbers. They need to know that inside of 5, there is also a 1 and a 4. And that happens through manipulating objects. I will also tell you that I work with students across a range of grades. And when it comes to division, kids often hit a wall because they lack number sense. Quite often, a lot of those students have rarely had chances to work with objects and manipulate them. A lot of worksheet practice, but not so much with actual tools that they can manipulate. So right now, a lot of parents are at home and they're overwhelmed. Don't worry about going through all of those worksheets. There's more value in slowing down, developing a deep sense of number and accuracy. That's going to benefit your child far more than completing 20 worksheets. So, when working with young students, when we're working on subtraction or almost any topic in mathematics, tools can be extremely helpful. I like to begin with numbers to 5 when I'm working with young students or beginning counters, right? So for example, this first one is 5 minus 1, which would give us 4. I might then let students do 5 minus 2, 5 minus 4, 5 minus 0. I would run through all of those facts to 5 over and over again in order to make sure that students are developing that long-term memory about numbers and developing that deep number sense. Once you know that kids really have a strong understanding of their facts to 5, then you want to move on to their facts of 10. So then again, I would go through all of those different facts for 10. And I would do it over and over again until they did it with automaticity. I know, I got it. Again, I would have them use tools, right? And use and manipulate those tools to build that number sense. What numbers are inside of 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you hear how that rhythm? That rhythm, when they're counting, helps them develop that muscle memory and that automaticity. What happens when I take away 2? 1, 2. How many are remaining? We have that 8 more. If all you have is pencil or paper, use pencil or paper. Count it out for me, kids. Let me hear you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over and over again. If they are drawing it, I like students to use an array. So here we have that first row of 5 that we learned at the beginning, and then another row of 5 to make 10. And then they can cross them out, 1, 2, and then count what's remaining. After the students get very familiar and develop that automaticity with facts to 5 and 10, you're going to find that those facts to 20 go so much more smoothly with objects, with drawings, with repetition, with counting out loud. This is Danielle Moore with Teaching One More. I am so glad that you tuned in today. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to tell you. Some students are still developing their sense of number. So they might need a strong tool for organization. Egg cartons are amazing if you happen to have any extra right now. I just took off the last 2 so that it came to 10. And if you added another one, you would have a group of 20. But this way, when they're counting, as they count to 1, they can see the number 1. And as they count to 2, they can match it with the number 2. And so on and so forth. They get to the end, and then they go back to the beginning. So this is a great organizational tool if you have it. If you don't, I've used ice cube trays. All of these things go together to build a very strong, well-rounded mathematician with a deep sense of number. And this deep sense of number is going to help them in all areas of mathematics: subtraction, addition, and division. So thank you for tuning in today. This is Danielle Moore with Teaching One More.